Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. It's December 13th, 2018. I have a read for you today, and I'll do some oracle cards as well, just a little bit from the sand art. The sand art was all about gum disease and gingivitis, jujubes and chewy candies that people shouldn't be eating, but also traveling, seeing the mountains from the airplanes, waterways and the tributaries, the holiday decorations and the lights. Things at a standstill for the holidays. Okay, so there's a little bit of a reprieve here. That was the message from the sand art. So I'm going to get right into the read. All right, it's mainly for Divine Feminine, but it comes up a lot about the masculine. And today is the 13th, so it's all about death and transformation and transitions. Okay, and the day adds up to 36-9, which is the 10 of Wands. So it's the end of the cycle of burden, okay? And there's a lot of 10s that came up in the clarifiers today. Not so much in the main read, but all the 10s were coming up in the clarifiers. So the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and here we have the 10 of Wands, which I'm sure came up as well. Yes, it did. So all the end of cycle cards are coming up for closure and transformation and transition, okay? Today is the Wounded Warrior and death, okay, the end to burdens. The 36 is 369, so that's of endings, selflessness, universal selflessness, and maybe some are selfishness, and compassion, okay. It's the 6 of the motherly energy, working on the inside, through the 3 on the outside of self-expression, coming together with others, being social, and just being that smiley, happy-go-lucky person who expresses themselves authentically. Okay, so I'm sorry, it's not the Wounded Warrior, it's the 10 of Wands. But it's very much that Wounded Warrior energy, because that was yesterday's energy coming in today of ending those burdens of the Wounded Warrior, ending the battle in death. Okay. So the major arcana were Starseed in the Syrian Starseed deck is the Fool, and then Higher Self, which is the High Priestess. The after the read card was the Emperor. Okay, so we have the Fool, the High Priestess, and then coming into the Emperor afterward. Okay, you see this trend here about new starts. Okay, because the Fool is all about the fresh start. So after the death comes the fresh start, connecting with your higher self, and the Emperor's coming through very strongly here. The read was done this morning at 10:39. The cards were 2 Wands, 3 Cups, 1 Pentacle, and 3 Wands. So pretty well distributed. The King of Wands, as far as court cards came up, very strongly, as well as the Page of Cups. King of Wands and Page of Cups. So it's very much energies about men and their children, or their inner child. Okay? And Page of Cups is a message of love also, but it's also about, it's all about the baby, right? The numbers that came up for the coding were 22, 77, 13, 137, 38, which is the Queen of Cups, which was the main energy, 23, 13, and like I said, the Queen of Cups. The coding was all about love and healing today. And there's a lot of energy coming up about the Divine Feminine using her abilities to heal her family and her children, for whatever, teach them how to deal with their own issues. But it's very much about both families, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, doing this for their own families and children, teaching them how to deal with their own healing. It's about acing 0 point. All right, so if you're with your karmics this holiday, acing 0 point when you're with the karmic and the children, okay, in order to love and heal with kids and families for both sides, the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. Also, Den of Thieves was coming up again a little bit, not so much in this read, but just like the residual of it, that the feminine inside the masculine helps him see the bad or negative energies around him and the emotions he needs to clear and love. 103, Den of Thieves. So if 103 means anything to you, too, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for all your likes, shares, and comments. And subscribes. Please share with anyone that you'd like to, if you like the video, as well as subscribe below. All my information, my website, and my email are also below if you should need my services. And as far as the read, we'll get right into it. It starts with the King of Wands in the shaman energy, the underlying energy, allowing the sun to rise and expose his true self, the diamond in the rough, destiny, new life. Satisfied on his own with epiphanies and grief, regret, or he was happy one minute and suddenly sad the next. Could be, the masculine could be at a shaman retreat. It was coming up possibly in Arizona, New Mexico, or Mexico. It's all about the home and family with holly and mistletoe and sparkling decorations at the old man's house, or helping out a homeless man by the bridge or overpass. Really seeing him. Sapphire blue and emerald green and gold all around him, the homeless man. Decorations around the town, as well as bridging streets and lives. A dark X using red and white and black coloring their decorations, with lots of activity and energy flying in all directions of time, space, matter, and realities. Growing roots upward in meditation. Elves and new boots behind the scenes. Tan shoe boots with emerald green trim. And then the download came in, I'm going to take those boots and walk all over you. Alright, so this was definitely an X coming out here, and their negative energies about wanting to get back at the divine masculine. It was definitely coming, I was getting the energy of a feminine saying this, like the song, talking about a masculine, because it could go either way. So the karmic masculine could also want to get back at the divine feminine, or vice versa. But a dark X was coming up here. This person has matching tan boots and hat, and I was getting caramel color, but someone with matching hat and boots. The boots were to like shin height. You know, they weren't tall boots, but they weren't shoe boots. They were in the middle there with a fold over flap. Or someone wants these types of boots for Christmas or Xmas. All of this around the King of Wands shaman. Wooden toys with wheels or blocks, trains, or coin displays are coming up. Saving coins, getting aligned with details. A workbench. Defenseless to new life offer with twin Queen of Cups. But also Queen of Cups and kids expressing feelings of love and passion. And the underlying energy for the divine feminine was all about the children. Okay? And the card underneath that was this could be the one. Also, there could be a Queen of Cups just defenseless. Defenseless now in giving money and gifts to their children, okay? But spending too much when they don't need to. Or a single mom and kids in a new life, no longer caring what others think, just enjoying each other's company. The King of Wands may be checking in on his kids, some who may not be living with them anymore, or the youngest child is being a whistleblower on the family, so that can go either way. So either the kid's just doing it naturally on their own, or one parent is getting the youngest to blow the whistle on the other parent when they're not living together. Or they could be living together too, and maybe someone's blowing the whistle on gifts that people are getting each other. A father may be left out of the festivities this year and be feeling sad about that. The Knight of Cups is desperate to express feelings, unable to find a way. Frustrated, upset, writing or completing paperwork, pen and ink, leftovers and a candle, a cat who's a little concerned. He's feeling jealous or angry about a nightly romance, fun and flirty, showing his muscles, dream girl with stockings and garter, and I was getting guard her. Her colors match his colors, and their stars align in a dreidel configuration. The divine masculine may have right elbow issues, a DNA defect, or can't remove his flame from his DNA, like the toothpick from his teeth. A cord between them, color-coded, blue and gold, emerald ray. Compassion comes up here, along with manifestation for the Divine Feminine. Compassion is 99, which again is about the endings in the nines and the moon, because 99 or 18. That's all about the endings in compassion. And then manifestation is all about the 8. So we're dealing with all of the end of cycle energies. Manifestation. The King of Pentacles reversed looks away. Blue eyes takes him away. Sapphire and 2 Excaliburs. Alright, so 2 Excaliburs or 2 Excaliburs. Okay? There could be someone who has a gun, and this is literally relating to guns that they own, and that someone wanted or the other one wanted and someone else got it. But also blue eyes takes him away was coming up about Frank Sinatra was coming up here again, but also sapphires were coming up very strongly today, as well as emeralds, and 2 Excaliburs. Right blinker still broken, so this can also reference the right eye. 2 blue rays getting a handle on it and flying away as 3. 3 birds free. Free bird. Free bird and Frank Sinatra coming up here. The King of Pentacles reversed is holding back passions and crossing his fingers and his thoughts about an ex in regards to family money and legacy. The King of Pentacles reversed may have run out of steam, or recently lost money and status, or he's been a greedy player and now deciding to end a cycle of family pain, possibly handing his legacy to the King of Wands for a new life. The King of Wands and Queen of Cups family in a heated exchange over children affecting love life and bills, dancing, sports, prom, clothes. It sounds like a lot about what kids, activities cost, that it's just too much. Recently, the King of Wands reversed is tired of bad luck, or it being slow at work, or just the general economic downturn, taking a stance, being harsh to others and who are not giving him attention or the props that he deserves. Having taken the steps to make things better, to heal, to make their dreams come true, his dream of a family legacy is just heaven in their eyes, wasted on those who don't appreciate him. The partner and kids are oblivious. So this is definitely coming from masculine energy. Could be the karmic or the divine masculine. The foundation has to do with being inspired, looking to the children in a split or multiplying. So whether you're splitting up or multiplying, people are looking to their children and being inspired. Getting clarity to get over suffering and healing. Getting the masculine to sing and walk like an Egyptian. So I was seeing this with the kids. It was really cute. To shine his light and be authentic. Centrally, the energy is the King of Cups reversed, King of Pentacles healing with rest and quiet. The King of Cups reversed, his inner child, and the Queen of Pentacles, her family, or the King of Wands, or the King of Wands inner child. Okay, so the King of Cups reversed and the King of Wands reversed were coming up. And the Queen of Pentacles and her family are in a lower vibration. The challenge for the Divine Feminine is the Page of Cups, which could be that message of love, just her general message of love, or it could be the youngest in the family. But it's also about her cracking her heart open wide, her inner child. Opening her heart like the child to be free to express words and remove blocks from her work, or maybe she should be working with children. Tired of not being in her power, no more illusions, synchronicities about that King of Pentacles reversed. No matter who that is. Okay, just because there's synchronicities coming up doesn't mean it has to be about the twin. It's just about not putting up with any more BS. And the King of Pentacles reversed, right? Especially if they're a greedy King of Pentacles reversed, okay? There's a lot of dark energies around kids right now. I was getting the Devil card and the Death reversed. So whether it's just them being lazy and their addictions and codependencies, or actually dark energies of other people around them, be careful around the holidays. That was the energy coming up. Also, in working with children, if the kids can get past these dark energies at present, okay, so they're working on themselves as well. The kids are being, there's also some kids are going to be called away from their karmics in separation in their awakening, now surrendering, whether this is because of them just naturally leaving for school, or because of a divorce, or just because they're awakening to their own abilities and their own knowing, and so they're just awakening on their own. Family cycle of completion at the full moon, longing for destiny to burn the past, the 5D world with the karmic sex and separation. So it's like the divine feminine longing to get rid of the past, all this crap that happened. Exposing sneakiness about dropping the ball in a partnership. Delusions of grandeur, options, flames, and synchronicities. Recovering from deception and family lineage. And another cycle ending. No more fighting or competition about how to spend money or go forward in business. So this definitely could be between people who are breaking up. Surrendering to being tackled. Fantasy magician with trophy wife. And a fantasy life of reflection. Matching markings, dimples, and getting caught or exposed by the Empress. Soon, in higher self, impatient for the Knight of Cups, affections, and for him to wake up and hear the call, express himself and be present to the dark energies around him, or Capricorn, to recognize his twin bond. The energies coming up here are Leo, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Gemini, and Sagittarius. The divine feminine is seeing herself as rising above the drama, doing the dance. There may be news or a message, or she may be speaking up a little bit about the fact that the battle is over, to rest and meditate and to listen for guidance and to make her announcements or pass on her downloads, okay? The cards that came up for her were romantic feelings, retreat, very soon, and express your love. Around the divine feminine is coming together with others after overindulging with her higher self. For now, she's coming out and coming together with others for opportunities or invitations to socialize. Clear blocks of needing to know or always be in the knowing, with dysfunctional family issues, with financial loss and rejection, needing to know ahead of time, and shedding light on it. The Queen of Swords is talking to families who are injured, struggling, or left behind, using your knowing and your with your family issues and your kids. So it's all about stop needing to know. You already know. Be in your knowing and help others to raise their vibration. It's 1818, which is all about the moon and the feminine energies, okay, and the night energies of going into sorrow, right? Help your family heal. And then come up the cards again, love and healing. But even more so, change, expansion. Walking away from a romance that is not enough for you, that takes from you, that bosses you around. This is not love. Be the angel that you are and shine your light. Rest and connect with those running away from themselves. Speak truth to them and teach them to go within. Be the magician embodiment and manifest God, source, creator. Manifest this commitment to the Queen of Cups self, and Queen of Cups is very much the divine feminine. The truth comes out and can't be escaped for anyone. The Empress chooses the path of the Emperor, a prisoner of new passion and enlightenment. The divine masculine feels shame and guilt for running away from romance. There will be a marriage of the magician to the magician, the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups, made manifest, 5D made truth, twins, Emperor and Empress, Spirit's still connecting with me, prisoners of co-creation, passion, and illumination. That was the read. Really beautiful. And I'm going to pull you some oracle cards too. The King of Wands heals Egyptian timelines, rising from the flames in order to tango and come together, take steps to rest and open his heart fully to the higher self of knowing and surrendering to the truth of who he is, the Emperor. All right, so really beautiful energies there. This is the picture of the reed. Okay, and I'm going to get some oracle cards for you now. All right, first with the Ascension deck. Okay, Ascension deck. Everyone take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Okay, what are the energies for everyone today? It's December 13th, 2018. For everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. I have Mary Magdalene and El Moria. The bottom is 39, which was the time that the read was done, 10:39, and it's Commander Ashtar. This is the underlying energy. The affirmation is I connect with Commander Ashtar to serve the universe. And that talks about patrolling through Michu, I can never say Michu Picchu. Okay? That's referencing Ashtar. And you may want to connect with him in your meditation if you choose to do so. The cards that came up, like I said, are Mary Magdalene, which is number 35. Okay, that was the number of yesterday. And El Moria, which is number 44, which is Atlas and the Four of Cups. 35 is the Wounded Warrior. Okay, so we have the Wounded Warrior and Atlas. Okay, the weight of the world upon your shoulders, which is that Four of Cups, that grounding and integrating. Okay, that patience. And you notice that 44 and 35 are both 8s. And 8 came up as one of the numbers in the coding. And 8 is that infinity. It's that inner and outer strength. It is manifesting, and it was very much about manifesting in the read. The Magician came up several times and actually came up right next to each other. Okay, like the Magician and Mini-Me is the twins in Magician Embodiment. Mary Magdalene says, Mary Magdalene was the high initiate in the order of the Essenes and the spiritual partner of Jesus. She's now master of the 6th ray, raising dogma into spirituality. Mary Magdalene's ascension retreat is in Marseille with this S. She radiates a glowing buttercup yellow to light to all who are attuned to her. Her light was hidden from us for centuries as she was misjudged about her role in Jesus' life. If you have felt wronged or misunderstood, Mary Magdalene offers you the courage to maintain your integrity. This card is an invitation to attune to Mary Magdalene to receive her blessing, and the affirmation is, I maintain my truth and seek spirituality in all things. And I just want to bring this up about the buttercup yellow, because when I was in France on Mercedes Kirkle's retreat, we were climbing the stairs at the Cathars Cathedral, where they had all been slaughtered. And when I was climbing the steps, and my roommate just happened to be a twin flame, it just happened that way. No one else had a roommate. Everyone else did a single room, but I wanted a double room, and I ended up rooming with a twin. As we're walking up the steps, she was in front of me, and I picked a buttercup to give to her, not realizing that was, you know, a Mary Magdalene thing. And then when I came down and we were going to do a little picnic at the bottom of the hill at the castle, that's when I had a connection with Jesus, where he said, you know, look to the sun and to the butterflies, and why would you close your eyes when there's all of this to see? So it was a really cool connection with Mary and Jesus that day. But it's all about that buttercup yellow coming up. So El Moria is 44. El Moria is Koan of the 1st ray of action. He is helping us with the changes ahead and our opportunities for ascension. He's a member of the White Brotherhood and originates from Mercury. El Moria will soon become the Manu, the perfected man, on whom the new root race of humanity with its 12 strands of connected and active DNA will be based. In drawing this card, you're asked to lead by example, employing the self-discipline, strength, and integrity of an ascended master. You're reminded to use your power for the highest good, and the affirmation is, I stand in my power. So it's saying that these changes coming up ahead are about, there's an integration period coming up where you're taking everything you've learned from the past few years and taking it out to the people around you, the ones that you've been isolated from. It's about taking action. And you see here, you have the man the the El Morya, who's supposed to be the perfected man, and then Mary Magdalene about raising dogma into spirituality. Okay, and 6 is about daily practice, motherly love, taking care of your family and community. So it's very much about going out to the community as the man and the woman. Okay, and those are both 8s. So now we have the past life deck, and take another deep breath. Clear and align, clear and align. Okay, so for this December 13, 2018, what is the message from this past life deck for everyone watching, for the highest and best good of all those concerned? We have Atlantis at the bottom, and 3 cards came out. Okay, Atlantis has the dolphins and the water. And definitely we were talking about Egyptian timelines coming up, and karmic relationship is right underneath this. Okay, and forgiveness is below that. All right, I want to show you that too, just because it's such a beautiful card. Forgiveness was below those 2, the karmic relationship and Atlantis. All right, so it's about forgiving the karmic relationship from Atlantis. Okay, because there's always been a lot of talk about that's where the divide happened between the masculine and the feminine, where the masculine left the feminines to be experimented on. And that's where in that life he may have taken off with the same karmic that is now coming back to return to this life to repay their karma. Okay, so the cards that came out for you are imprisonment or slavery, spouse, and love life. Okay? So it's very much about making sure that the one you're with isn't this, but it's also about coming out of imprisonment or slavery. So this is about the masculines leaving their karmics, okay, and knowing that they don't deserve imprisonment anymore. This is a wound that they needed to heal, because they may have felt they deserved the imprisonment. Okay, but it's also about new love. It's the transition from the old karmic love, right, to the new pure love. And remember that roses have, the flowers and roses have the highest vibration of the flowers. Okay, so this is about raising to a higher vibration in a new marriage. And obviously you can see that the separation of these energies, all right, leaving imprisonment, okay, and coming into that pure energy of love. Okay? But there still may be some cords and vows for you to cut from past lives. All right? Of slavery and being imprisoned, that you don't deserve that. Okay? And people who feel guilt and shame may feel they deserve this, and this could be in their DNA. So make sure to clear this and cut cords of anything that you've dealt with in the past. For the journey of love, okay, the journey of love, take a deep breath, clear and align, clear and align, clear and align. Okay. All right. So this December 13, 2018, everyone take a deep breath. What is the energy for everyone watching for the best and highest good of all those concerned? What do we need to know? What is the advice today? Loving all that is. And we also have Earth Angel is at the bottom of the deck. Shakti was kind of coming out, but I'm not going to read that. That's number 19 in case you were interested, just so you know that energy. The Earth Angel is the bottom of the deck. 54 is the Page of Swords. That's about immature communication, but at least getting the word out there. That's the underlying energy about news and messages and children communicating and childish adult communication, or just be small messages, okay? The card that came out for you is number 22, the Fool, which definitely came up today, is the Major Arcana. loving all that is. Okay, and 2-2 is a 4 of stability and building. It's the early stages of manifestation, but 22, the Fool, is exactly who he seems to be, right? He has no pretense. He doesn't care what other people think. He just is who he is. So that's what makes it so beautiful. He may seem like the Fool, but he's not. He's actually loving himself. Loving all that is. You wise awakening being. You can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you have worked hard and now are in need of rest. You can love your energy and passion even when you're so far ahead of the pack that you have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up. Maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger because underneath its fire is a desire for respect. And you can love your peacefulness because within your heart, you really don't care for fighting sometimes. If there's something that's shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay to just love it. It'll make sense when it needs to, and until then, just love it, even when it hurts, for it's part of your own divine nature awakening. It may just be like a painful cramp happening because it's been curled up for too long. This oracle brings you a sweet message. You're just asked to love. Everything else will take care of itself. And the poem simply states, a state of being, allowing, receiving, becoming one with all that is. And what a beautiful message for the holidays. Okay? So it's about allowing yourself to just be. You don't need to be a certain way, a certain status, a certain anything to deserve love and happiness and receiving. Allow yourself to receive this holiday season and just be. Don't buy presents for people you don't want to buy presents for because you feel a duty or an obligation or guilt, shame. Do it only if it comes from your heart, okay? You don't have to buy everyone presents. It's not necessary. Become one with all that is. Give your time and your love. It doesn't matter what they think. They will learn from it in their own time, okay? I am going to pull one more card from the Rider-Waite. See what comes out, and more than one card always ends up coming out, but let's see what comes out. Take a deep breath. Okay. Alright, this is December 13, 2018. This final message. What does everyone need to know for the highest and best good of all those listening? What is the advice? What is the guidance? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? This is the message from the read. There's nothing that you need to know. You already know. But I'm going to pull these cards out that just came out anyway. Alright. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which definitely came up in the read like this, okay? So it's about spending money, family money. It's about dysfunctional family and DNA legacy. Okay, and here we have an awakening to dysfunctional family and the things that you want to change about your relationship with that dysfunctional family or that dysfunctional legacy. Do you really still want the same things that you used to want? Okay, it's about rising above. I'm going to show you what's underneath this too. The underlying energies here. Ace of Cups, love, self-love, spiritual love. Rising above. You may be awake at night, but this is definitely about an awakening. You're rising above, and then you have here the awakening, the awakened one, illuminated, new ideas about dysfunctional family and family legacy, lineage, okay, and how it's going to change. The cards that came out first was the Ace of Wands, which definitely came out in the read. I'm very attached to the King of Wands. Okay, about a new passion, new creativity, all right, with lots of growth around it, okay? And the growth is still at the baby stage, so it's delicate at that time. The second card that came out is the Six of Swords reversed, okay, which is all about trying to get to here. This means you're too much in your head. You have stuck emotions that need to be released. So if you need a good cry, to not be too proud to cry. For the masculines, let it out. I know the feminines have cried a lot. I know you're not too proud to cry. But it's still about being stuck in your thoughts, all right, and allowing yourself to come to calmer waters, to find peace. This card is all about peace, especially if you're taking kids back and forth between parents and you're here. It's the holidays, you need to find peace, okay? And then a little bunch came out last. We'll see what they say. Alright, so this little bunch came out after that. Alright, so we have the Devil reversed, the Seven of Cups reversed, the Fool reversed, and then the Chariot. And the Chariot's last here. So the first card out is about detoxing, you know, and illusions of grandeur. All this stuff just came out in the read. It's saying just don't be foolish. There's a difference between being the fool and being foolish, okay? The person who's foolish is falling on their face because they lacked faith, all right? There's a reason why, all right? If you think that detoxing means dumping out all the things that you love because they're illusions, you are a fool because you lack faith, all right? Because the detox, there's nothing wrong with that, letting go of that, but it's not about letting go of your dreams, okay? Because you are tied forever to your twin, to co-creation of dreams that you make real, and of signs and synchronicities, because you're free with an open heart, okay? This is freedom, is having an open heart and having faith, which is the surrender, okay? So, hope that was helpful to you guys. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, take good care of yourself, and rise and be loved. Bye.